some observations on the inherent power of empathy. So I know that everybody here, well, everybody in the planet probably encounters people in their lives that are difficult to interact with for whatever reasons. When I say difficult, I mean it could be frustrating, make you angry, or like you don't agree with what they're saying or their beliefs or what they've done. So I want to talk a little bit about the power of empathy, and I have a couple of examples. There's this TED Talk that I just saw about this guy who creates content, and he was discussing about how he gets a lot of hate comments on his content for YouTube, and he started actually conversating with people that gave him like hateful comments, and he realized the power of empathy in his point of view in his mind. Once he was able to empathize with the person that gave him that evil comment, he saw them as a human, not just a stranger who had a different point of view, or a stranger who did something bad. So this guy who received a lot of hateful comments, he would talk to people that gave him the comments, and he practiced the exercise of empathizing. But there's a very good difference that he mentioned. Empathizing doesn't necessarily mean that you take on the other person's point of view. It just means that you understand them, or you sort of see their humanity, why they would maybe have their point of view, or where they're coming from. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean you agree. Just you're listening, and you are connecting. And I think that is so human. When I say human, I mean it in a good way. It is so powerful and incredible of us to be able to do that. Actually, while I'm at it, let me find who this gentleman is so that you can check out the TED Talk if you would like to. And trying to find, yes, the TED Talk is called How I Turn Off Negative Online Comments. It's called How I Turn Negative Online Comments into Positive Offline Conversations. And this guy's name is Dylan Marron, DYLAN MARRON. Okay, that's on TED.com. And there's another example which was very powerful to me. So, in the wake, everybody says the wake, the Parkland school shootings in Florida, there was a talk, this meeting of a bunch of parents and some government people with the president. And I think this meeting happened in February or March. And there was a man, he was there, he was a father, he was a parent, but he was actually a parent um a of a girl who passed away in another um act of violence. So this man, his name is um still looking for it here. I don't know his name actually, but okay, his daughter is Rachel, and his wife is Sandy, and they created Rachel's Challenge, um, which is a movement to create a culture of connectedness where classmates become our friends. I'm reading this off of things that I quoted from the website or somewhere I found it. So what the site says is, focus must not be just on unity or diversity. If you focus too much on diversity, you'll create division. If you focus too much on unity, you'll create compromise. If you focus on relatedness and how we can relate with one another, then you can celebrate the diversity and you can see the unity take place. And continuing on the quotes in another place, it says, I'm all for diversity, I'm all for unity, but the focus really needs to be on how we can connect. One thing we have learned is how to connect students with each other, with themselves, with their teachers, and with their parents. So I bring this up because in this connection, inherent in there is empathy, which is understanding of the other person. And I really feel and believe that this is way, way, way too underrated as far as solving problems, solving altercations, divisions, and solving conflicts, whether they're personal conflicts or international conflicts, institutional conflicts, intercultural conflicts. It's really underrated, to say the least. So, how do we build empathy? Talk and listen. Actually, listen. You know that saying, we were made with 2 ears and 1 mouth? Use them proportionately, which means listen twice as much as you speak. But that's not necessarily always the right answer. To listen more than you talk. Sometimes you have to be the one who has to share their perspective so that the other person understands it. But the point is, a willingness and openness to understanding, to coming from the other place. And I know this can be hard for some people, for many people possibly. But a hard truth is that it's effective. Once we understand where someone is coming from, now first of all, we're more giving, forgiving, and we're connecting. So there's a reduction of tension and reduction of friction and reduction of abrasion. And what we're doing is we're now on a much better probability on the path of finding real workable solutions. Thank you for listening. And hip hip hooray for empathy. And please feel free to contact Spark the Flame. My name is Orlando Fernandez, creator and main content creator for Spark the Flame. Feel free to contact me. o@sparktheflame.net. o@sparktheflame.net. Blessings, love, huge hugs, and very much looking forward to connecting, seeing you, talking to you very soon. Thank you.